What's going on, guys and gals? Stock Chalk here, up $211 in the day. I had some really big wins that I just never locked up, and it's just a lesson that I have to learn every once in a while, just to lock in profits because when you're green, no one can take it away from you if you lock it in. And today the market took it away from me. So my first trade out of the gate was FSNN. This one kind of jacked up because I took 500 shares short pre-market, and I didn't know it. I tried to short it, but the price moved. I didn't. E-Trade didn't tell me I got my shares until like 2 minutes later. So I was like, okay, I got 500 shares at 232 pre-market right in here somewhere, and then I ended up adding to that short position, you know, inside inside the first 1 minute candle. So I had 1,500 shares roughly at an average of 223, somewhere around there. The reason why I was shorting this is because it had popped up pre-market on news that it was buying another company. It's so rare that the company that is the buyer pops up 100 and freaking, I think it was up at roughly 120% at its highs or 130% at its highs. Like, it's just ridiculous. So anyway, as it was breaking this level right here, it popped up, came all the way back down. I was going to short this level, and that's what I did. I went short, um, and I held it for a while, and I had opportunities to cover. It broke through two. I really just thought it was going to fill this gap in right here, maybe head down to 170. The problem is we got a double bottom right here on the 1 minute. You see this nice stair step that it's got going on? Well, if it was a continuation of the stair step, this part would have been lower, but instead we got a double bottom, and ever since that double bottom, it decided to go up throughout the day, and just, it was stupid. So when I saw that double bottom, I ended up adding, actually, thinking, adding to my short at 205, let's see, 940, right here, looking for that stair step down, and I was very green right here. And I was like, okay, we break 196, we're golden, and it didn't break it. It tapped it and moved back up. And after it started moving back up, I started covering when I could. I covered 1,500 shares, my original 1,500 shares. That was an average at 223. I covered that at 209, and then the remainder I covered at 211. So I actually lost a good bit on this play, 205 to 211. But it was the smart play because, as you can see, it just kind of hung around this level forever, just straight up huge support. And I'm like, holy cow, this thing, I cannot believe it's not falling apart. And sure enough, shorts got frustrated, and it almost hit high day again later on today. So this one's actually on watch for tomorrow for continuation. My next play was short SFM. This is a play on the whole Amazon Whole Foods deal. Today, Whole Foods is dropping their prices. I don't know how much, but Amazon told everybody they're going to drop prices. It's just bringing a lot of competition into that upper echelon grocery shopping experience. And Sprouts Farmer Market is now a competitor of Amazon, if you think about it that way. And you can kind of see the previous two trading days, it just got crapped on, broke through the 200-day moving average, and it looks like the next stop is going to be this support down here. And after that, if it breaks that, I don't know what. But my whole idea was to go short today on this, and thinking that it was going to go and just have a terrible day. So out of the gates, we got, let's see, I shorted this break right here. I got a bad fill. This was a really bad fill. I was looking for break, consolidate, and then break of this candle right here at 2136. I got a terrible fill. I actually got the bottom of this candle, and it started going up on me. And I was very red. And the last thing I want to do is be caught up in the market buying all this because it's oversold quite a bit. This is a pretty big downturn for a company that, yes, they're competing with Amazon right now, but it's not like they're going to go out of business right now. Someone else could come buy this company up. So anyway, I was very red. So when I had the opportunity to cover to be slightly green, which was about 15 minutes later, I had to hold this. I covered because I didn't want, it started to push down towards this level, and I covered right here. And as soon as I did is when the flush started on this piece of garbage stock that I hate so much. But that's the move that I was looking for, but I thought it would happen out of the gates. I didn't really think there'd be anyone buying it up here at the VWAP. Uh, but again, I was very red, especially on this spike here, and I just was sick of it. I wanted to get out, and I covered for a penny and a half win, and the low of today was 1958. So the idea was right. And again, I also took 3,000 shares. I meant to take 1,000. Everything of my morning was so off, it was ridiculous. I meant to take 1,000 shares. I took 3,000 shares, so I didn't really have the tolerance to allow it to go red on me so much. Like I was down 700 bucks at one point because of the spike that was going up. I had a feeling it would come back down, but you know, I'm not willing to wait around and go red again once I was deeply red and I was able to go barely green, so I covered. So ALQA, this was a news play. This one I announced in my Discord chat, in all the chat rooms I subscribe to. This one had an FDA approval news. I got long when I heard the news at 31 and a half, right inside this candle here. You can kind of see the volume start. You can definitely see the volume on the 5 minute, but you can see the volume start coming in here. 2,000 shares, 1,000, 5,000 shares. It started popping. I hit a high of 42 on this news, as you can see, but I sold on the way up. Sold half at 33 and half at 35, so that was a nice one. My next play was FSNN. After this long period where it was just consolidating through all this most of the day, we got a volume spike that was double the previous 5 minute candles. So I was thinking, okay, we got the volume spike. Here we go. We're going to go candle over candle, get moving on up. My idea is if we could break 217, it would get going. 217 was the high back here, 217. So it had double topped this area. And if 217 can break, it would get moving again. Maybe that's where a lot of shorts put their stop. And I went long with the volume coming in at 213. And I held this and held this and held this. I was green on it, kept coming back down on me. Green on it, kept coming back down on me. Finally, I was just kind of sick of it, and I ended up covering, or selling, I should say, uh, for basically break even. I think I made $1 on this trade. Let's see, 1231, right inside here. You can kind of see just no, the volume just disappeared, and that's what I didn't want to be in when, if the sellers came in. The volume was gone, so didn't do what I thought I was going to do, so I got out. My next play was a 5 minute play. We had, again, that huge area of consolidation on FSNN, the pop up, the consolidation, and I played a candle over candle in the 5 minute here. You can kind of see it right here. I went 3,000 shares thinking if, 240, then 244 would break. We would get that move towards 250, break 250, and then go high a day, which is 259. Took 3,000 shares, popped up, couldn't break that 240 level right in here, so I sold as it was coming back down at basically a penny and a half loss, so 50 bucks or so. And it was the smart decision because really, it tapped that level. Oh, I actually didn't see this. It almost got up there, but it was just light volume. It was a lot of chop. This one was kind of also an L2 play. I think also I saw, some big bids come in. Lots of selling maybe going on the bid side, and it just not going anywhere. This one's a prime target for continuation tomorrow because it's up 86%, and it held that on news that it was buying another company. Low float, I don't know. It could go tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see. Next time I tried FSNN was right here. The reason why I see this volume spike is because a big buyer showed up at 228, like 45,000 share buyer, and it gave it a little pop. Couldn't get going, and I sold base. I think I made $3 on this trade. So I try an FSNN all over and over and over again, just because it seems so strong, supportive wise, but it couldn't get the momentum to really get moving. So cut it loose, moved on. KMDA was my next trade. Again, I announced this in the chat rooms I subbed to and my Discord chat. It was a letter from the FDA worried about their drug and the health. They had health concerns on it. negative news. This company only has one drug on market right now, and that one drug on market is the one the FDA is worried about. So when I heard that, I went over here, shorted 2,000 shares at 40 or $4 40 and a half cents, and it broke down. Let's see, right. Let's see, you can see the spike down right here. This is when I kind of went short. Popped back up, little auto buying going on, and then the news started hitting the channels and stuff like that, and we started spiking down. It would hit 430, but there was a lot of support there, so I started putting my covers on 435, and I got both of them filled at 435. So I made about $100 on that trade. So it got me up to the high of my day, which was 211. So again, I had huge wins going on SFM if I would have held it. I had huge wins on FSNN. I just didn't lock up this one, and I didn't and I had the wrong shares and everything on SFM. So could have had a monster day today, but instead finishing up $211. So, uh, you know, what can you do? But that's all for now. If you have any questions at all on my trading style, just feel free to ask. You can email me at stockjockat@gmail.com, or you can join the Discord chat. It's absolutely 100% free. It's here to help traders. If you're new to trading, please come in here. Do not lose money. It's so stupid to just start trading when you have no idea what you're doing. You will lose money. I promise you that. I promise you. I lost money when I didn't take the advice of everybody. Learn, learn, learn. Don't trade with your real money. What did I do when I first started out? Traded with real money, and I lost a crap ton. So if you have any questions, please, I'm here to help. I want to help you make money. Why would you not take advantage of that? So anyway, a link for this chat is down in the description below, as well as all the other chat rooms and news services that I subscribe to. If you have any questions on those, let me know. I'm here to help. They are good resources. They make me a crap ton of money, and that's why I pump them all the time. So anyway, enough of my soapbox. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys tomorrow.